Hello everyone. Today I'd like to talk about I'd like to clear up a couple of things about the vasanas, the gunas first. Okay, for one thing, I think I might have made too much of a negative impression about the vasanas. I want to say that there are helpful vasanas and there are unhelpful vasanas. Okay, I know I only concentrated on the unhelpful ones, but just want to say real quickly, there obviously are, very helpful vasanas. Like, for instance, anyone watching this probably has a seeker vasana. Okay, that obviously helps you, and there's also the survival vasana. Okay, just everything that you can think of is actually controlled by vasanas. Okay, so I only talked about really the I vasana, which is vasana out of control. That's not helpful. Okay, and I just wanted to go over that. And then the gunas, I don't think I really covered that very much at all, except for reading out of the Gita. But anyway, the gunas, it's basically like this. Okay, the gunas are just the threefold way that the Maya is set in place. Okay, and these things can apply to people. They can apply to food. They can apply to atmospheres of rooms. For instance, a Raja's room might be a busy airport where everyone's frantic. Rajas has that kind of energy, that and you see that in people, of course, and all that. And then the tamas is like just very like low energy, like a Bowery bar, where all the barflies are just and then the sattvic is like a Buddhist ashram. Okay, so you right away get the idea. And obviously, the reason why this is important should become more obvious is because if you're looking to to get closer to the self and see the self shines effortlessly in the sattvic mind. Okay, so the more you cultivate a sattvic mind, the more chance you have of making this contact with the self. Okay, and now there's another really special thing I want to talk to you about, and that's the I only talked about the mind as the mind. Okay, but there's this other part of the mind that's really cool. This is the king. Okay, and it's called the intellect, but not the intellect the way Western minds think of it. The Eastern minds, they call it the intellect, and what this is basically is it's the discriminator of the mind. Okay, the intellect is mostly running unconscious in most people. It's just the discriminator. Is this, the mind comes up with all kinds of nonsense, and the intellect just very quickly screens out what's useful and what's not useful at the moment. And you see, the intellect is the thing that's under the control of the I vasana. And while it's just basically, done in. It's just on automatic. Okay, it's just yeah, because it's believing everything this thing tells it. So in that respect, the intellect, its special thing about it is it's the home of the identity. Okay, when the intellect is under the influence of the vasana, it doesn't question it. It doesn't question it. That's why it's ignorant. Okay, that's where the ignorance comes from. It's just, it doesn't know anything else. Okay? Another way to think of the intellect, it's that conscious you. It's that conscious point of view that you can come in contact with. It's there operating right now, and and if you could, and you can break it away from the I Vasana periodically, and just that's where you're going to do your inquiry. Basically, is this true? We'll talk much more about inquiry in another one, but the beautiful thing is finally when the intellect sees the knowledge of the self, and it sees it and it says, aha, okay, I see. And at that point, that's the point where the identity changes over, because now the intellect sees through it, and it's no longer taking its orders from this thing. And the thing the I Vasana you wouldn't believe how, if this happens, the I Vasana can just disappear. It can be such a revelation when the intellect finally gets it. It's just amazing. And then, that's the thing about it, is the I Vasana that's why they say it's basically an illusion. It really is an illusion, but when it has a hold on you, it sure don't seem like an illusion, does it? Oh no, it's running everything, and you're, okay, whatever you say, you're just like this zombie walking around, What does this guy want? I got enemies everywhere. I'm all alone in this world. Nobody cares about me. I got to look out for myself. And it goes on and on with this nonsense, and because it has a hold on the intellect, the discriminator, it's just yes, yep, whatever you say, yep. But then once you see the intellect, it loses its discriminating power it thinks, because the I Vasana has conned it into, I'm out for you, I'm out for us. Oh yeah, and we've got to look out for ourselves and blah blah blah. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. You just relax, intellect. I'm here to help you. And I'm going to take care. Yeah, I will take care of it all right. Look at how far it's gotten you so far. Yeah, lots of misery, a little bit of joy. Yeah, well, you know about that. So, anyway, but once the knowledge sinks in, and all of a sudden you go, whoa! The intellect says, this sounds like it's got a lot of truth in it. I don't know if I'm going to believe this other guy anymore, it depends where your mind's at exactly. I mean, it could happen in a flash, and it does. It happens to some people just instantly. Like sometimes there's been stuff in text where a word is spoken, and boom, it's just like all of a sudden they got it. And that's the thing that gets it. Okay? It's cool. It's your buddy. It's your friend. And I'll tell you, once the intellect is in the program with the self, there's no doubt you are the self. That's it. I mean, I sit here and I'll tell you, I am the self. I have no doubt about it. I don't identify with that other thing. It just, who needs it, right? Who needs it? I mean, it's like the kind of thing you kind of, keep to yourself. People, what are you going to do? I'm the self. Okay, self. Who cares? Who cares? It doesn't matter. It's what's inside you that matters, okay? Because that's where you live. You don't care about, what you present to the world. They could think whatever they want about you, okay? Yeah. All right. Bye-bye.